Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Alright bozos, so I'm back with another movie review, since the last one was highly appreciated and probably my most best edited work I've done so far. So now it's time for round 2, this time with probably the weirdest and worst children's film I ever watched. So it's called Gooby, and it came out back in 2009 and was directed by Coney, who's also known for his other works such as American Hangman, Monster Warriors, and the 1990s World Awards series. So I guess you could say that he's experienced in the field of directing.
Nope.
But with this movie coming out back then, it also had a fairly notable cast of actors such as Robbie Coltrane and Eugene Levy, and a big ass budget of $6.5 million. So you would think that with a budget that large, it would definitely be worth the investment, right? Well, the box office was just over $3,000, so you tell me if it was a good return. But aside from that, let's just get into this review because I think you guys need to experience the masterpiece of what one would call a children's film. Alright, so starting off, we're showing a bunch of knickknacks around the crib, while some knockoff Winona Ryder, also known as Willie, gives some narration on I don't even know, but it has something to do with this ugly ass drawing that we're showing called a Hoonie, which instead looks like some messed up Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction.
What the hell is even that?
But then the kid gets called downstairs just so we can see that both of his parents are business people, and his mom can do all of this.
Hold on.
You have the paperwork.
Close your eyes.
No.
Okay. Our new house, Willie.
Yeah. So moving on, we see the family getting all of their stuff moved, but oh no, Willie's bummed because all of his stuff is getting thrown in boxes, even though he's literally going to see it at the next goddamn house. Basically, this scene is just him rambling in what I do not think is English, but what I do know is that at least the mom is on the same level when thinking that this kid needs to get over himself so that they can get a move on. But hey, at least we're now introduced to Gooby, and I guess that was Willie's toy growing up, but I'ma keep it a buck with y'all, I would not want that in my house. So moving on, we finally got that sad ass nigga out the house, and they finally moved into the new neighborhood. So once they get to the house, this dude Willie starts looking at the place like it was a bunch of black dudes at a corner store. But after some boring ass tour and some disgusting CGI, we move on to Willie brushing his teeth until he gets scared by the Hoonies and runs to bed only for some paranormal activity shit to start happening. You know, at first I thought this kid was just weird, but nah, he might actually be on some Sixth Sense. But moving forward, we're now starting to hear more from the new nanny that's gotta take care of Willie, because apparently this big ass kid doesn't know how to do shit but be scary. And she starts going on some weird rant about the first day of school, and then threatens this child because her food goes missing.
We can have it out right now, boy, if that's what you want.
What do you mean by that?
So after this kid gets thrown under the bus, the scene changes to us now at school, which apparently has no lighting in it whatsoever. But we see our main man Willie outside at recess when a kid comes over to sit next to him, and we're given a bunch of pointless exposition about the other kids that have little to nothing to do with the movie. So I don't even know why it was explained, but thanks anyways. But moving along, we're now back at the crib, and Willie's back on his Monster Hunter bullshit, talking about how to stop a Hoonie. But after all of this unnecessary stuff about Hoonies, we finally get introduced to the giant furry shit stain that's named Gooby. Like, what the hell even is that, bruh? Like, how do you even realize that thing was his old toy? But aside from that, Willie lets Gooby into the house and in his room, and all he does is start touching stuff and being loud. Like, that's literally all he does throughout the movie, is just touch stuff and be obnoxious.
All this stuff. Wow.
Hey, that's my space code.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But then Willie's fine ass mom lets him know that dinner's ready, just for it to be some back alley Chinese food. But then there's some loud noise, and oh boy, I wonder who it could be. So then we're given the dumbest scene ever of Willie trying to fake being sick, but it just ends up being honestly gross from my perspective. But moving along now, Willie is trying to get Gooby to sleep in Harry Potter's old room, but obviously Gooby isn't having like any of it. So then he goes into the next best place, the attic. So after a bunch of dumb antics from Gooby and pointless exposition, the two now go into the kitchen and Gooby starts throwing food everywhere like a doofus, and we get some of the weirdest character bonding I've ever seen in a children's film.
Ever seen this before?
But moving forward, we're now at the school and we're introduced to Eugene Levy, also known as Mr. Nerdlinger in this film, and he's shown to be a complete weirdo. Oh, hello? Yeah? Uh-huh. 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 Well, will you look at that? It seems that my editor is telling me that this is all the time that we have available for this video, and it will have to be separated into 2 parts due to time constraints, and also the fact that I haven't been feeding him. So I guess if you guys want the second part of this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, follow my IG and Twitter, and if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist as well, because she's dope. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday for another music review. Peace.
Meme! No. It's now illegal to use your meme!